Hello, friends. Good morning and welcome back. So, as mentioned last time, I wanted to show you what is going on with my trades that I currently hold and if I'm doing some adjustments or not, and if yes, what am I doing? Because as we spoke last time, I wanted to be very genuine and open on what is currently going on with my trades. So mostly in every channel you see people booking profits, but they are not showing on a day-to-day basis or in detail what is going on with their trades, which is ongoing. So that is where I wanted to make some difference through my channel and show you currently what is the exact position that I hold and what are the losses that I'm going through. So if you can see, this is the long position that I have on DAX 40, and this is the second one is the options that I hold, which is a kind of hedge. So yeah, friends, I mean, if someone doesn't have much idea on what is this hedging against your long positions on a DAX or an equity, just let me know in the comments so that I can make another video in detail. So the whole purpose of this channel is there are so much of content available in YouTube, but either it is so lengthy and it carries so much information which at times is not required to pick small easy trades, but it's always good to have the maximum information. But provided if you are running short of time, if you don't have much time to spend, then it is also good to start and learn by doing. Obviously not by spending so much of money that is hard earned, but still with something with very less capital. So if you can see, I have started or I have the trades with me for a capital of around 700 to 800 euro, and I already booked some profits last month, which is not huge profits because I wanted to be really genuine and show, share the reality. So when you mostly the profits will be around 30 to 40 euro, but still it is okay. I mean, even if you keep your 700 euro in an account, obviously it will maximum give you 2 to 3 percentage and you're not learning anything. So my intention here was to spend some move apart some capital to this account and do some trading and to see whether I'm able to at least generate 4 to 5 percentage of the capital. Then it's a win-win situation for me. So and it's also some kind of learning that I do in this process. Yeah, so coming back, so this is the CFT, this is the positions which I hold on long, and you can already see that this 163 euro is a loss which I'm currently sitting on. And if you remember in my last video, it was around 150. But what happened in last 2 days, the market went up, and then this loss was reduced to around 85 euro. And but I didn't exit the position because I don't want to, because I know obviously my intention on holding this position is long. So this is the German DAX 40 that you can see tradingview.com. And from my perspective, I am holding a DAX 40 long. So the intention of holding this position is obviously maybe in the upcoming weeks the market should go up and I should make some profits. So that is the intention of why I'm holding a DAX 40 long. And then coming back to the trades, if you can see, I also have a position in options that I hold. So I'll just open the positions for you. And then if you can see, I'm already having some profits in the call which I sold, in two calls which I sold, and that is around 4 to 5 euro. So generally what happens by this trade is when you have a position. So just let Okay, so let's continue from where we left. So yeah, so I just prepared, I mean, a small notepad. I'm not going into detail about this trade, uh, but let me know if I want to explain on this complete strategy of clubbing a long equity or a stock or an index along with options. So this is, I mean, we call it as collar strategy, and you have a number of videos in YouTube. But let me know so that I can once again explain. But now to keep it very short, what happens here is I have bought a German DAX 40. Imagine at the level of 24,800, and currently if it is trading at 24,500, I already have a loss of 300 euro. So that is what ideally happens, and normally that is the normal scenario, right? Whenever people are buying stocks or index or futures, anything, they buy at a level and they have to wait for the index to cross this level, then only they'll get some profits. So what I'm doing here is I'm also clubbing options together with this trade so that I get some kind of benefit if the trade is going against me. So to keep it very simple, that is what is happening when you club options together with the long positions that you have. So I'm not going to explain all the options basics and make it complicated, but just in a simple manner, that is what I'm doing. So instead of waiting for the index to cross my buy price, and when if it is correcting downwards, so I will buy also some options in parallel, so that I'll buy or sell options in parallel, and I'll also get a chance to make some profits even the index is trading against me. So that is completely what is happening currently. When I bought, I am holding this DAX 40 because the perspective for me is obviously the German markets will ideally do better. The companies will do better. I mean, that is a kind of perspective hope in future. But along with that, instead of completely just trusting the market and the DAX to go up, I'm also selling some options. Example, I am selling a call option for 24,800, and then I get a 50 euro premium. And this is like a weekly. So every week there is options getting expired. I mean, it is not only weekly, but even you have in 2 days there is an expiry in IG trading. So when I buy this index and I also sell an option, a CE together. So what happens is if the index didn't cross 24,800 on the expiry day, I keep the 50 euro with me. So what is happening is I keep doing this every week or every expiry, and I collect some premiums like 5 euro, 10 euro, whatever it is, more premiums I collect. And then what happens is I am reducing my break even point. So now here the if the index falls to 24,500, I am already in a loss of 300. So if I'm doing this activity every week, and if I'm collecting like 10 euro or 8 euro, 7 euro, again 10 euro, again 50 euro, so what happens, all this summing up will come to around like 50 euro, imagine. And then when the index is getting corrected, I don't want to wait until 24,800 to have a break even. I just need to wait until 24,750, and then I'm already in my break even. So then when the index moves after that, everything is a profit for me. So this is the only advantage. I mean, I would recommend everyone should try to know about how this is working, and it is actually a very well good working strategy, because I know there are many people investing or buying stocks, and they keep waiting for the stocks to move up. But even if there's a small correction in between, you can make money out of it. And to be frank, I learned the strategy from YouTube. There are a number of videos explaining this, but since the volume and the content is so much and it is so deep, then people feel feel bored after a while. So that is why I wanted to start this channel and to explain things in a different perspective. I mean, maybe at times informations are there are so much information and there's so much time and effort need to understand that. So I'm trying to keep it simple, and obviously there will be so much of confusion when you go through and hear all these concepts. But just comment me or reach out to me, and then I can maybe if required I can make a separate video on that, and it helps you. But this is in short, to keep it very short. This is the whole concept, and this is the whole thing which is happening to me on my trade. So here you can see, if you come back to the trade, I have already sold some options for 15th May expiry, that is today, and then I already got a profit of 3 point or 4 euro. And now I already sold something for next week, which is 18th May, and mostly I will get around 8 to 7 to 8 euro out of it. So already I got 10 euro. So that is how I am balancing against my loss. I mean, so as I showed, that is how I balance against my loss. And yeah, so that's it. I mean, nothing much. So as of now, I'm not doing much adjustments. I have sold some calls for next week, and if the index is going to remain at this level, I will make some small profits from the options that I'm selling. And once the index is back to my level, I will make some profits. And that is what the perspective of the long term perspective on this position is for me. So yeah, I mean, to wrap up, you don't need thousands of euros for to take up this trade. You just need 500 to 700 euro, and you can pick this trade, and then yeah, and then wait and learn on that. But what I can assure you is, I will keep posting videos on the same trade. I'll update all of you what is happening on my trade, and even if I'm doing minor adjustments or profit booking, I'll also share that, so that you're aware and you can follow this trade, because that is where I felt so challenging. I mean, there are so much of channels, but the problem, they are coming up and showing, okay, there are very huge profits of 1,000, 2,000, and and in reality that will not be an easy thing. So that is also what I wanted to show, what is genuinely happening if you're trading a collar strategy, or if you're trade clubbing options with a long DAX. someone who's having 800 to 900 euros. So that is the main part of it. Uh, so what in reality, what can you expect? In reality, what is going on with this trade? So this is what I want to be very frank and open to you guys. So yeah, so that's it for the time being. Thanks everyone for watching, and if you like the content, please like and subscribe, and